Buddy, you said school doesn't matter. Now there's no point in my life. Buddy, listen to me, man. Like every other video of mine before, this one has layers. Yes, man, you come down, please. Okay, I know. I'm speaking against popular thought processes, but hear me out, guys. When we're in high school, our whole life is high school. We wake up for high school, our dreams are about high school, our friends are also in high school. Except, if your friends are 20 years older, you should probably talk to your teacher about this. And if you're 20 years older and your friends are in high school, then damn it. But my point is, when I was in school, my every thought revolved around school. And now that I'm older, I realize that I don't relate to this dominant high school mentality at all. Do you have games on your phone? And the biggest example of this is the use of school education. Look, it's a very popular opinion. When will I ever use the Pythagorean theorem in real life? I want to learn to buy a Lambo. And I'm probably the last person who would say, leave school. Brother, studies are important, okay? Sure, our education system isn't perfect, but all this is sharpening your brain. But I also agree a little bit, because when I think about high school, I don't remember chapter 10, circles. I don't remember my friends' memories. I remember normal memories of my friends' movements. I don't remember how many elements are in the periodic table, 118, but I remember which stall near school served good tea. And if we're talking about the education system, let me talk about our Chaina ma'am again. Yes, the same one who used to wash her hands in the boys' restroom. I don't know why this teacher randomly started teaching us GK, but she didn't have enough general knowledge to know where the boys' toilet was. Well, it was our GK test, and obviously, who studies GK? And my English wasn't that bad either. So I decided to understand all the answers, refresh them myself, and write them down. I had never gotten a 0 in my life, so I was really shocked, wondering how this could have happened. All my answers were read correctly and made sense. So, crying, I went to the teacher, and she told me it was because my answers didn't exactly match the book. She gave me a 0 without even checking my test. And if you're as curious as me, I want to tell you that this is the same teacher who used to come to the boys' restroom to wash lunchboxes. And let me tell you one more thing. I don't know why all teachers enjoy saying, study now, life is all fun. Where is he, brother? Where's the fun? I can't see it. What are you doing here, under this stone, behind this curtain? Practice cuddling. I understand that this is said in an attempt to make us work harder. But some of the people with me took this so seriously that they wouldn't let go of their books. They'd start making notes wherever they sat. Brother, these people make notes with red chutney even on the paper you get with samosas. Brother, I'm going to jump back. I didn't even get good marks. Listen to this simple thing, friend. Listen to this. We're told from childhood that these marks will define your entire life. Whether this is true or false isn't as important as the fact that it's not the end. Sometimes, bad marks don't define how happy you will be in life. In fact, if you work hard, all this can change. Everything, and indeed, in life, if everyone becomes a CA or an engineer, then who will create art? And who will play sports? And who will do the cuddling? Yep, professional cuddlers are real jobs, by the way. I'm leaving, brother. There's nothing in art now. Anyway, a degree can secure your future. But again, it's not the end of your life. This high school mark sheet can't define you. In fact, no teacher can define you. The only one who can define you is me, and you will become a professional cuddler. Dude, these videos are getting too serious. Let's have some fun. Today we'll play Lundy type. Identify the child. So, this game is very simple. There's always a Lundy type person in all of our groups. This is the one who plants ideas in your mind and then disappears. This is the one who calls himself the team leader in group activities without doing anything. This is the one who, if you complain about their actions, starts getting on your nerves. Exactly, a person must have come to your mind. And if not, then you are that person. Before you type these hateful comments, hear me out. If there's someone like that in your group, or if you've realized you are that person after this exercise, then again, it's not the end of the world. Things can always get better. You're more than your high school role. Wait, so I won't be cool after school. Sure. But you can be more than that. The coolest person, the coolest. Yes. If you're still thinking I'm talking deep, then you're talking outside of academics. In high school, everyone is assigned a role. Some people are automatically Sharma's boys. Some are the class comedians, some have the whole school following them. And some people are famous because a goat spat on them while they were coming to class in 2015. And everyone in high school knows them for that reason alone. And because school is life, our entire self-image gets trapped in these roles. And we all think life will be this way. But I'll tell you from my experience. I've seen my class toppers struggle, and class clowns achieve all their goals. And if he can break free from this label, you can too. And I don't know, we focus so much on popularity in school that groups automatically get divided. And then the friends in that group become your best friends. And you develop crushes on some people. And obviously, with that comes heartbreak. Hey, big brother, you're up again, man, what are you doing? You reminded me of my crush. She rejected me. Hey, man, listen to me, come down. Please, please, first explain to me why people in school have crushes for such random reasons. Who is your crush? Why should I tell you? I'll tell you when you tell me. Nikhil, because he runs fast, and yours is Rubina. Why, man, his extra thumb looks cool. Guys, he likes Rubina's extra thumb. What do you mean, you like that guy? Because he's got a hair in his beard, the rest of the guys are going to get it too, man. I swear, in high school, people develop crushes on each other for the simplest of reasons. And obviously, half of them are too scared to talk to their crush. So they watch their crush from afar with someone else. And I'm not going to lie, heartbreak in high school feels like death. In fact, not just heartbreak, but the loss of friendships. Your life revolves so much around friends that enduring fights with them probably feels like the end of the world. Brother, open the door. Wait, I'm coming. What are you saying, brother? He'll come out. Man, stop. My heart is hurting, man. I'm hurting a lot too, brother. Please come out. You shouldn't have eaten samosas with those people. And those high school fights make absolutely no sense. Hey, why are you ignoring me? Your goat spat on him, and fighting him means fighting with me. Seriously, if you get into a fight with one person in the group, the whole group makes you the villain. And then you realize something that may sound very bad, but it's absolutely true. Not all your friends are necessarily good friends. And sometimes it takes a long time to realize that. Very sad, right? Let's make it a little more sad. Let's assume all your friends are good. An even more painful realization is that sometimes friends drift apart. I know, buddy. I know. Okay, recall them. Do you remember all your first grade friends every day? No. So, in times like these, it's important to understand that this isn't the end of life, brother. Life goes on. Maybe Nikhil and Rubina will break up. Maybe your best friend says a lot of mean things to you. Maybe a teacher makes you stand in front of the whole class. Maybe your crush constantly confuses you. But life goes on. And all these things seem so big only because we are small. The same long corridors, the same long recess bell. It always lasts so long. Our world remains limited to that. But you are more than all this. In high school, all these sorrows, all the heartbreaks, all the insults, feel as if your life will stop at that very moment. But in reality, your life has just begun. Wow. I understood all the layers. I said, friend, I asked for tears. Oh, you made me thirsty. Oh, sorry, friend. Sorry, friend. What did he say? Dramatic. The onion was not for dramatic effect. Before that, not sorry, before that. So, what did we learn today, friend? High school doesn't teach you how to live life.
So you belong to this universe. You found a portal. And you said, I don't really care, from the phone. Wait, there are other DOMs. Yes, but there's only one me. That's why you're not always sad.
Wait, so there are infinite DOMs.
Infinite, a lot of DOMs. -1.
What? The most confusing time in my life. To me to remember. Around. Master. Licks. Years ago,